Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. It's Friday. Yes. Okay, so I'm back and thank you again for tuning in for another experience with Fafa. Today they are the take go Senegal and Gambia. So we go do Senegambia. You know go no. Now if this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button whilst you hear the notification button, which means each time I upload a video, you, my dearest, are notified of it. So the ultimate marinade, and now I'm adding my Dijon mustard, and of course I'm going to be mixing everything together until it's well combined. Notification gang, we love you guys, thank you so much. So now this is looking creamy and nice, so I have decided to take the skin off my chicken. You can choose to leave it, but I think that with this dish it's best when you take the skin off, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm adding my chicken pieces, which is made out of the chicken thighs and also the drumsticks, so it's just incredible, and the bone in there is just gonna give this that flavor. Yes, you can use chicken breast, but it's best to use the thighs and the drumsticks for this recipe, I think. Definitely. So I'm going to be marinating this bad girl. Now, if you've been watching my channel, I always say that I do not add salt whilst marinating because salt actually takes the moisture out. I only add salt when I'm about to cook. Now, this recipe requires a lot of garlic, so definitely all your vampire friends are going to be vanishing, and you want them vanishing anyway in your life. So anyway, we're going to be crushing the garlic as one does until I get that sort of coarse consistency. I'm not going to be making it till it's very, very smooth. We need that texture, what say you? Now you can understand why this recipe appeals to my senses, because when it comes to onions and me, we're good friends. And guess what? I've got about 4 large sliced onions here, and I'm just going to be mixing everything together until it's well combined. Now it's best to marinate this overnight if you can. But if not, I'd say at least 8 hours. It just allows that infusion to take place, as I always say. So anyway, that's exactly what I did. And then the next day, I was back again. So now we're going to be doing some cheese. We're going to be frying some bad girls here. Yes. Now, alternatively, you can char grill this, which is even the best option because it would lend that smokiness to this dish. If not, just grill it as one does. But you know what? I'm frying it this time. Naughty, but you know what? It's naughty and nice. So I'm going to brown this, and this will take about 15 minutes whilst I now slowly cook my onions. Of course, I'm adding my salt to taste. Now, the reason why I'm adding the salt is it's going to extract the moisture from the onions. Yes, it's exactly what I need. I need that juice of the onions to cook the onions. We've got that marinade, which has got the garlic and loads of garlic, by the way. Away, vampires, away with you. And yes, for good measure, I'm adding a knob of butter. Yes, it's a French-inspired dish anyway. Of course, you have to cook with butter. Say what? Eh? So whilst the onions are slow cooking, I'm just going to be checking on my fried chicken. And right before your eyes, as you can tell, it's nice and it's got that caramelized look, crunchy on the outside, nice and moist in the middle. And this is going to be slow cooking later again in that onion marmalade thing that is happening in that corner. Say what? I hope I've given you that reason to click the subscribe button now and the notification button, which means that you do not miss any future videos. I do not want to miss you. I'm going to discard that oil, and now I'm just going to be adding a little bit of water because what's in this frying pan, it's flavor. It's smoky and it's just got that sort of Marmite, slight Marmite-like flavor to it, and it's just gonna make this dish incredible. Now when it comes to infusions dear, you know that this is not any other food. This is Ndudu by far. So after 25 minutes of slow cooking these onions, look at this. Look how caramelized it is, and it's nice and beautiful flavor. You say what? So you cook at the right temperature and you cook every ingredient perfectly for the tastiest dish you'd ever want to enjoy. Now I'm using my strainer. I'm straining the jus. I'm adding that jus to my mixture. And look at that. It just gives it that instant pop of color. And of course, I'm now going to be adding my fried chicken to my slow cooking pot. Okay, Mindy. I am a Ndudu da kolo. Ndudu by for folk blonde. I'm a body enyalo. Hey, miawe solo okpe a flavor biko evela. Makwa kpada nukwa ka Ndudu ya biko manto mavajinya kona dako madri. Noninko eneke be boy atoko na mi boy. Now this is a different sort of flavor because it's a tangy flavor and it's just lovely. So now that I've mixed everything till it's well combined, my favorite sentence, I'm sure, I'm adding my homemade chicken stock. I'd leave a link in the description box below so you can make your own. I use the skins of the chicken, the ones that I took off, in making my own stock, and it's always incredible anyway. So I'm mixing everything together. Now, what you would notice is I've still maintained that medium to low heat because with this you don't want to rush it all. You need to make love to this dish. It has to be gentle and beautiful. And of course, I'm adding my fresh bay leaves. You can use your dry bay leaves, by the way. And then the most important part of this recipe, the lemons. So I've sliced the whole lemon and I'm just adding that to it. And of course, I'm going to allow this to slow cook for at least about 20 to 25 minutes. Now you will not even believe what I served this with. It was just incredible. I'm just adding my freshly milled black peppercorns, as you can tell, because this is a dish that you don't want it to be too spicy. So I just used the chili flakes, and now of course I've just grated some amazing black peppercorns there, and I had a little bit of like some lime zest, and I just added that for good measure. You can't omit that altogether, but it did make a big difference because lime is almost aromatic when as compared to lemons. I don't know, what do you think? Leave your comments below. Anyway, after slow cooking this, let's just check for at least about 10 minutes. I can see say flavor no eba on top boma. You can just tell. So I just need to make sure that I'm stirring this to make sure that the bottom doesn't catch. Very important. Yes. And I'm just going to allow this to cook in its own jus until I'm happy with it. Should we just see? Yeah, it's getting there. So I have reserved some of the stock because I'll be using it for another recipe which you'll be seeing here. So if you've watched to this point, well done you. Now look at that chicken. You can even just tell it's nice and soft. That's even breaking. And voila, I think that we're in business. This is not any other food. And I think it just needs that little bit of salt, pinch of salt. So I've just added that, and look at this. Tell me, where's your rice? Hey, look at the flavor. It's silky, even the jus is nice and silky and beautiful. Now, just to finish it off, I'm also just going to be sprinkling it with a little bit of chili flakes. Absolutely. Because it's not too spicy. It's just so, and it gives it that little color. So anyway, moving on to the next recipe, what I serve this with is the stock that I mentioned. So I extracted that stock from there, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. Now, flavor. Remember, I did say that it's best to char grill your chicken to have that smoky flavor. So yes, I'm adding my smoked paprika here, which is going to mimic that smoky flavor. Yes, and I'm adding my salt to taste. So I'm just going to be mixing everything together until it's well combined. But of course not before I add my fresh rosemary and bay leaf that I got from my garden. Now, if you can get hold of any of these herbs and plant it in your homes, it will be incredible because it would serve you for a lifetime and it saves you money in the end anyway. So now, what am I talking about? FONIO. Now, FONIO has a rich nutty flavor and it has a similar texture to quinoa and couscous. But it has more amino acids than quinoa, and it contains a high level of zinc, iron, magnesium, and calcium, which is incredible, by the way. And yes, Chef Pierre Tim, of Yolele Foods in New York, he stocks it as well, and I think it's available on Amazon if you're in the States. I got this from Eduna here in the UK, so yes, you are definitely covered. I'll leave all the links in the description box below. Now, of course, I've added my FONIO to my stock, as you can tell, and that just looks beautiful. Look at that. It's nutty and the smell alone is just incredible. So at this point, I was just like, what shall I add? Butter? No, leave the butter out of this. I'm kidding. And right before your eyes, this looks good. You know what? This was my first time of ever trying FONIO. I heard about it, but never got to, buying it and trying it. And I'm so impressed, and I think this is going to replace my rice, definitely. Considering it's got all these nutrients in there. These days we eat to boost our immune system. I mean, then again, one should eat always to boost their immune system anyhow, but more so now than ever. Now, added my freshly chopped parsley, which is also high in vitamin C, by the way. So you'd notice that I'm adding it just when this is ready. So I've turned the heat off and I've just added my parsley, as you can tell. So this is a nutrient-packed dish. Now, the kanzo, oh my gosh, it was incredible. So I scraped it and I've just added that. So you're going to have that crunch when you bite into it. Yes. And now it's time for me to serve my pièce de résistance. Oh my God. Look at this dish. That was messy, but you clean up after yourself. When you make a mistake, you just correct it and move on. Don't dwell on it. No, you shouldn't. You know what? You're an amazing person. You're incredible for even watching this, and I hope I've lifted your spirits up, at least with this dish, and I hope you're inspired to emulate it. Yeah, definitely. You know what? It's one of those dishes that will boost your immune system, and also, will put you in a happier place. I mean, I've got different recipes of rice and things that would excite you, definitely. Now, I mean, actually, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, ndudubaifefa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudubaifefa, so do pass by and say hi. Nurel, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next experience with you guys, please take very good care of yourselves. Know your value. You know what? Be you, be nice, be gorgeous. Hold your head high. You are the queen and the king. Yes. And guess what? Me love you for you. Thank you for watching.